Good morning. Thank you for joining. So, we are proceeding ahead from where we stopped yesterday. So, yesterday we understood what is the SLA rule all about, what intervals are present as part of SLA rule. There is a goal, there is a deadline time, there is a past deadline time, and how exactly the urgency gets calculated, how you can move a assignment to a given user in workflow is what we saw yesterday, and we understood that and we did some practical to vet the concept. Perfect. So today we'll be going further in understanding another concept within Pega. It's a rule which is called as a ticket. So we'll see what is ticket in Pega. We'll understand that. So a general understanding of a ticket, it's not the ticket as you are thinking. It's not that bus ticket or train ticket like that. Nothing like that. It is just a ticket in Pega is something which is used to jump within a workflow. What do you mean jump? For example, let us say you are a loan process application and then you go and apply for a loan. For example, if you are someone who already has one of the loans in the bank, then the process will be different. For example, if you are a new customer, let us say, then you don't need to follow a few steps in that workflow. Rather, you have to jump from the given step to a different assignment, let us say, from one assignment to a different assignment. In such cases, we'll make use of something called as a ticket, a rule called as ticket. We will see how exactly can we do that. So let's try to understand which category does this rule roll up under, and from there we'll take it further. It's not like a very widely used kind of a concept, but most of the interviews they ask you, do you know ticket, why exactly it is being used, stuff like that. So we'll try to cover that. That way we'll be covering most of the rules as part of our curriculum. Perfect. The ticket rule rolls up under the process category. If you expand the process category from the records explorer, you'll be able to find something called as ticket. Ultimately, every entity is a rule within Pega, right? So for example, these are the available tickets which are there. Not many, very few are there which are out of the box, and we can create our own custom tickets. So let me open this resolved duplicate. This is one of the tickets which is there. This is a process category rule, importantly, right? Within a transaction or a flow, if you have to jump, you will be using this. See, this is a ticket. If you go to the view XML, you will be seeing the class this rolls up under px bj class rule obj ticket. So something to remember is a process category rule with px obj class as rule obj ticket. That's what something which we have understood rolls up under process category. And why is it used? We will use this to jump from one assignment to a different assignment. It's used to jump from one assignment or step to another or other assignment. Ticket is used. Why do we need this? If you look at our current flow, for example, let me open my current flow, which is the insurance flow which we have developed under the process category flow, and I'll call the customer flow. The customer flow, if you see, the flow moves sequentially. For example, when I try to create a work object or a case, what happens? The case starts and then there's a decision based on what route it has to take. Either it takes this or this. All of a sudden, it won't jump from here to something here. Pega doesn't give you that capability when you're trying to traverse through a normal path. To achieve a jump, for example, let us say the After the transaction information is provided, you want the flow to jump to address information. You can't directly go there. Ideally, you will have to follow the connector path, whatever the connector path is, and then sequentially is how you can move forward. There is no way you can jump from this to this other than using tickets. So to achieve jumps within your workflow, for example, from this assignment to, let us say, if I have to go to this assignment, or from this assignment if I have to go to this assignment, I will have to use tickets. So this is why ticket rule will be used. Ticket option, it's available under all the assignment shapes. If you expand any assignment shape, for a matter of fact, you will see, like we were able to configure SLA. See, if you come down, you should be seeing tickets. Are we able to find that? Yes or no? We can call that under the on the assignment shape. Also, something which we can do is, we have to set some value to this ticket. We'll see that. So ultimately what ticket does is it will help you jump from a given assignment to a different assignment. It's a process category rule, and it will help you jump from one assignment to other assignment. To jump, we will be using these tickets. Let us see how exactly we can implement that. Let us understand through a requirement. Let us say in our current flow, um, we do have, okay, so we do have this auto vehicle assignment. Let us say this is where we will be specifying the auto vehicle information. Let us say if the vehicle is brand new, let us say it's a brand new vehicle, will we have loss information to be provided for a brand new vehicle, guys? Is there a previous loss or any details like that which will be available for a for a brand new vehicle? Yes, no, no, right? So let us say if the vehicle is brand new, I want to jump from this particular assignment to address information. Because there is no loss information, then henceforth there is no need for approval as such. I want to jump from this particular assignment to this assignment if the vehicle is brand new. But today if you see our UI which is configured on this flow action auto vehicle flow action, this is the section which is there, personal vehicle section. And if you see here, you will see that we are not capturing if the vehicle is brand new or anything. We are saying, of course, there is a brand, model, make, when is what we are capturing, but we aren't capturing if it is a brand new vehicle. Are we? Are we capturing it anywhere? Today we are not capturing if it is a brand new vehicle anywhere in our flow. We are just capturing the vehicle details. So what are we saying? This ticket rule to be implemented, we are saying, let us say if the personal vehicle information assignment, that is where you will, if the vehicle which is being chosen is a brand new vehicle, then it won't have loss information or brand prol info associated with that. We want to jump from this particular assignment to address info assignment directly if the vehicle is brand new. That is the requirement we want to achieve, and we are going to achieve that using a rule called ticket. This rule is part of process category. Does it make sense? Yes or no, guys? Perfect. So to capture that information, we will have to do some UI changes. Let us say to capture if it is a brand new vehicle, we will have to add that changes to my section to capture the brand new vehicle. Let us say I want to give a checkbox. If it is a brand new vehicle, let the user check it. And as soon as he checks that, he should be able to skip the loss information and approval info assignments. These two assignments should be skipped and he should be directly going here. That is something which we want to implement. We'll start by doing our UI changes. I need a property to capture that. Let us say I have to create a property, brand new vehicle. Hmm, how do I create? Okay, I'll right click on my work class and I'll capture a property, or I'll create a property from data model. I'll say property. I'll say this has to be for brand new vehicles. Brand new vehicle. It will be part of this particular rule set. Enter this class. Perfect. Create and open. What do I want to capture here? I want to make sure if it is brand new vehicle or not. It is more like a true or false sort of a property. Yes or no. Is it a brand new vehicle is a question the user is going to answer on the UI. Let me change this to Boolean in that case. True or false. I should be having something. Yeah, true or false. I want this to be true or false. Perfect. This will capture if it is true or false. Save. My property is created. I'll close it. Now let me go back to my personal info, uh, personal vehicle info section, and then add this change. Let us say once the insurance is provided, the user wants to capture that piece. Let me it has to be a data picker, I guess. Checkbox, yes. Okay, let us add it here. So I added a checkbox. Now I have to map that property here. Let me open this guy and say so. Right now if you see, it is doing your changes in private edit. Let's not do that. Let's save as this guy to the latest rule set version, because this current rule set version is locked. Let us save as this guy to current rule set version, which is 0100102, so that we can make changes conveniently. This is our open rule set version, which we have verified already. Perfect. Now in this, I want to add the checkbox. It's already there because we added. Let me open this configuration and point it to the property. What is the property? Brand new vehicle is the property I have created. I want to capture that information. Is this vehicle brand new? The user has to check that checkbox and confirm if it is brand new. And I'll put the caption also telling that if the vehicle is brand new, check this. Submit. Make sense, guys? Quite simple change. Menu. Check in this change. All that we have done so far is created a property and updated it in the section. We are trying to understand the ticketing rule. So now our basic necessity with respect to property and section changes are done. Let us try to add a ticket rule. The ticket rule is part of process category, which we saw already. Right click on this process category, click on create and choose ticket. Am I able to find ticket here on the process category? Yes, no, right, perfect. So let me click on ticket. Now give it a name. What do I want to do? This is a, let us say this is a vehicle ticket. Vehicle ticket, create and open. I'll give the same name here. Use agent description. It's like there's nothing fancy about this. It's just a ticket which will help you jump from one step to other step. That's what we are going to achieve here. Now what we have to do, now we have to map this ticket rule on the assignment where you want to jump. Does it make sense? Where do we want to jump from? If the personal vehicle information, when the user is on personal vehicle information assignment, if he chooses, if it is a brand new vehicle, the loss information is not there for brand new vehicle. A brand new vehicle will not have gone through accident or anything, so there is no loss information. Neither will he need additional approvals because there is no loss information associated. He has to jump from here to here. So the ticket has to be configured on the assignment where you want the flow to jump. Where do you want the flow to jump? Which assignment is it? Which assignment is it, guys? Are we able to understand? Yes? No? The ticket has to be defined or configured on the assignment where you want to jump. Here, I want to jump from this particular assignment to this. So the destination assignment is where I have to configure it. Open the address info assignment, configure your ticket. Where? Just scroll down and you should be able to find the tickets. Configure your ticket here. Okay, it's not allowing you because it's saved, and let me check it out. How will you use tickets in your flow is will be the question. We'll be using to jump in a workflow from one assignment to a different assignment. We'll be using tickets. That's what we are trying to understand here. Just click on drop down. I'm able to find my vehicle ticket. Yes or no? This is the option available on each and every assignment. You can define your ticket on each and every assignment. No issues. If there is a necessity, you can. Right now I have a necessity to jump whenever there is a brand new vehicle. I want to jump here. Do you see, whenever you have a ticket on assignment, do you see the symbol coming there of a triangle? Yes or no? See, I'll show you again. I'll discard these changes and show you again. Let me refresh it. This won't be saved. See, it's gone. To configure the ticket, we have to come to the destination assignment, come down and choose your ticket which you have specified. Right now there is no icon there. Once you choose the ticket, you will see the icon there. When this is for you to understand, whenever you see a workflow, you should understand that as soon as you see this symbol, there is a ticket on that. As soon as you see this symbol, there is a SLA here. We defined the SLA yesterday here, after which we are seeing this clock or a timer on this assignment. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Perfect. So three things done. One is we created a property, mapped it, and then also what we did, we were able to create a ticket and put it on top of the assignment where we want this particular workflow to jump. Along with this, we also have to configure an activity which calls out of the box activity called set activity, which will set this activity. As part of this change, what we also want to do is we also want to change the status of the work object. We want to change the status of the work object. For example, when it is jumping from that stage to this stage, we want to first of all have the ticket created, and the ticket helps us jump from the auto vehicle assignment or the personal vehicle assignment to the address assignment. If it is a brand new vehicle, we want to jump there. That's something which we are achieving by creating checkbox property, and we are also we did the changes to the section. Perfect. If the checkbox is selected, we want the flow or the execution of the flow to jump to the address assignment, which is here, which is where we have configured the ticket. And if it is not selected, then it will follow the same path because it is a old vehicle, it's not a brand new vehicle. Perfect. After the jump, we want to update the case status to auto approved. Because it's a new vehicle, we don't want it to go have the normal status, we want it to be auto approved. That's what we want to achieve. Now you'll also need a activity to configure that, because we want to update the status and call the set ticket activity, which is out of the box activity. Let us see how we can do it. To do that, let's create one activity on my work class. Nothing, as usual, right click on your work class or the technical category, wherever you want, and go to technical category, and you can say activity. This should give you a form where you can specify your activity name. Let us say it is set ticket activity. Perfect. We are creating a set ticket activity. Okay, but Pega gives you something called as activity from where you can call the ticket, which is called as set ticket. If I just search for set ticket, do a search, do you see this set ticket activity, set ticket? Let me open this. This is out of the box activity. If you see, it will be into the Pega rule set, Pega process engine. Set ticket sets the ticket indicated by parameter, which is handled by flows. So what they are saying here is we are going to use this particular out of the box activity to set this ticket, whatever ticket we have created, to set that. This is also one prerequisite which we are going to accommodate, and there is a parameter which you have to pass, is what it tells. That's fine, don't worry about that. Let's try to complete the requirement and we'll try to understand it in much better. How can I call an activity from an activity? If you guys have already done the activity class which we have covered,
You can use
very
call.
good. So we can use call to call an activity and call the set ticket activity. Makes sense? If you want to know if it is successfully going through, just click here and you will see that it will be opening the set ticket activity. Is it opening the set ticket activity, which is a final availability sort of activity, which means you can't duplicate it. It's something which Pega is providing. Make sense? Okay. So we are calling this set ticket activity, but we'll also have to pass some parameters. If you expand, you will see that it is asking for the ticket which you want to pass. We have created the ticket, yes or no? What is the ticket? It's called vehicle ticket. Vehicle ticket. This is a parameter you will have to pass. Also, when do you want to run this ticket? Only when the checkbox is true, yes or no? Only when the checkbox is
Yes.
selected you want to do it. That means we have to tell this activity, run this activity only when the checkbox is true. When the checkbox is true, call this set ticket so that you can jump from the current assignment to that assignment. To do that, we have something called as preconditioning in Pega in an activity. We have done this in the activity class. Just click on this when and you will be seeing enable conditions. Click here. Now you will get this form. Cancelling, coming back. We were able to call the set activity from Pega. Now we also have to make sure this is only triggered when the checkbox property is true, in the sense if it is a brand new vehicle. How can we make sure? We can specify that here. Enable this conditions on this particular step. Check this checkbox and you'll be seeing this form. See, enable it and you'll see this form. Does it make sense? Are we able to understand, guys?
Yes.
Perfect. So now once you enable that, you can give your condition. What is my condition? I want to make sure the brand new vehicle checkbox property is true. How can I do that? I can specify a condition. To specify that condition, all you have to do is, you know, you can build that using the expression builder, which we have done in past. Let us say I want to build that expression to be sure like I am using the right piece. So when I click on this particular gear icon in this, when conditioning, there is a gear icon here. Just click on that, which tells build an expression. Click here. So my property is, which I am trying to use, is called as, what is it called as, guys? Brand new vehicle. Yes or no? We created that property. Did we create?
Yes.
Right. Perfect. So let us browse for the methods which are available, which I can use here. Why is it not giving me? Okay. Let me try to use one of the methods which I remember. Equals ignore case. And I want to verify if dot brand. So property we created the property which is brand new vehicle equals ignore case. This is one of the common methods which will return true or false. Brand new vehicle, comma, true. So it compares these true, and if both are true, then it returns true, or else it returns false. So if the output of this particular expression, let us say, let us validate if it is right. Test. Somehow this particular build expression is not working. It's quite unusual. That's fine. I'm sure this expression will validate for correctivity, no issues, or we'll get a issue when we try to save it. So what we are saying here is check if this particular value is true. If both are true, true and true, then it sets to true. The output of this expression will be true. If this is not checked, then the value is false here. False and true, then it will be false. It will go here. So if it is true, I want to continue the execution. If it is false, I want to exit the activity. That's what I'm trying to do here. Does it make sense, guys? Yes? No? Coming back again. So we were able to configure the ticket. We created a ticket which was nothing fancy if you ask me. So it is telling it's not able to. So this expression has some issue is what it is telling. Equals ignore case and brand new vehicle. Invalid expression reference. Okay, I think I missed something. At the rate. You should have at the rate there. At the rate equals ignore case. Save this guy. Perfect. This should save now. Yes, it got saved successfully. So let me check this out. So all we wanted to do is we created a ticket which was validate ticket, nothing fancy. It just has the vehicle ticket. It's just a ticket which we have created and we configured it or configure it on top of the assignment where we want this to be caught. But to trigger this, you should have some entry point where it gets triggered. Yes or no? that has to be configured inside the activity. And inside this activity, I am calling the out of the box set activity by using the call option. And then I am also checking, before I call this, I want to check a precondition. Before this step is executed, there is a precondition. What is that condition? What is this value before I execute it? Only if this is true, I want to execute this particular step, or else I want to exit this activity, is what I'm saying. Does it make sense? Yes? No? Perfect. So this will be calling your activity and helping you jump. Also, one requirement is updating the status. I want to update the status. I want to update the status of the work object to auto approved. There is another activity for that. Call update status. Expand this guy. See, what do you want the status to be updated as? I want to be to be updated as auto hyphen approved. See, Pega is giving you all these utilities. You just have to use them and design your workflow. This step will only get executed if the first step gets executed, because in the first step you have a condition. If this particular condition is false, this is going to exit. If false, I want to exit the activity. If true, go and set that ticket and call that ticket, and then go to this particular next step and update the status also of that particular work object. Now, where will we call this activity will be your question. Fine, you designed this activity, but where will we call this, right? Check in this thing. Work in progress, perfect. So all this activity has is two simple steps, two calls, that's it, nothing fancy. Two simple calls, one to set ticket, one to update status. Very simple. Once this activity is created, we have to call this somewhere. To call this, what we will do, let's go to our flow. In our flow, we know that we want to call this, we want this to be triggered as soon as we are on the auto vehicle flow action. So on this assignment, let us go to this flow action. Once this flow action is completed, only then we are going to the loss information. Once this auto vehicle flow action is complete, if you see, the checkbox is configured on this flow action, yes or no? See, personal vehicle section. Auto vehicle flow action has personal vehicle section configured on top of it. And in that is where this checkbox is present. The checkbox which tells you if it is a brand new vehicle. After these details are provided, we should be calling this activity. This section is configured on auto vehicle flow action. Of course, there is an action tab as part of this particular flow action. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Right? Let us save as this particular flow action and into the new rule set version so that we can modify it. Okay. And then let us go to the action tab and specify that activity. When should this happen? Pre-processing or post-processing of the flow action? When should this activity be called? Pre or post? Post, right? Why? Because only then after the flow action, the value for that checkbox is provided is the moment when you should be calling it. That means post that screen has been filled by or the assignment has been completed by that user is when you want to trigger it. That is why you will be calling here. Yes or no? Make sense, guys? Yes, no? Does it make sense? Let's try to see now. Let's check in this guy and run the flow. updated. Perfect. Let's go to our customer flow. Close this guy. Close this guy. Check in the changes. Check in and let's run this flow. I want to create a new one. The takeaway from today's class is what are ticket rules? These are nothing but rules which you can use to jump from one assignment to other assignment in a workflow. That's what we are trying to understand. And there is a out of the box activity which helps you with that, which is called set ticket. Submit. Now we are on which assignment? Customer info assignment. After this, we'll be going to the transaction info. See, we are on transaction info assignment. Let us say it's a personal vehicle AG004 Chennai. Perfect. Submit. Now we are moving ahead to personal vehicle information assignment or auto vehicle information assignment. Let us say it's a brand new vehicle. Harish has got a new vehicle. Let us say, what is that one? Let's say he got Tesla Model X, make in year 2023. He got it pre-ordered. When is 007? Let us say. No prior insurance. Is no. Is it a brand new vehicle? Yes. Now we need to see what happens. We have to see if this particular assignment after the submission, where does this go, is what will make us sense with respect to understanding what is ticket all about. Ideally, it has to jump here. Yes or no? Because we have configured the ticket on top of this flow action. Auto vehicle flow action. Are we on auto vehicle flow action, guys? Yes or no? See, on this flow actions action tab, we have specified the activity where which will be triggered once you have provided all those values. Now this activity has to get triggered. Let's also make sure we trace it to see if that activity gets triggered. Let's see if everything is being captured. Activity steps, perfect. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, clear. And now we have to submit this and see where exactly this is going. Submit. It has to take you to address information, flow action. Does it make sense, guys? Pause this. So what happened right now was in your workflow, you provided the details for address vehicle, and then the loss information and the approval both got skipped and you jumped directly to address information assignment. Does it make sense, guys? Yes, no. Also, the status also got updated, auto approved. Are we able to understand how exactly tickets are working here? Yes, no. It's a process category rule. You will be using this to jump from one assignment to other assignment. See, set ticket, activity getting called. out of the box set ticket activity got called. The value, the precondition got evaluated to true. Status is good. Then it did jump from that particular step to the that assignment to the assignment where we had configured the ticket, and the status also got updated successfully. Activity got ended. Does it make sense, guys? Are we able to understand how exactly we can use the ticket rule, which is present as part of process category, in jumping from one assignment to other assignment within a workflow? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Process category, ticket rule, created a vehicle ticket, and then also configured a activity to call that ticket. Set ticket. Only if the value is true, then we are calling that ticket. And also we are updating the status. Of course, we configured this ticket on the assignment where we want the flow to jump from. For example, it has to jump from here to here. So on the destination assignment, we had to configure it. On the assignment properties, we were able to specify that ticket. Did we use coding here to achieve this, guys? No, we were able to achieve it just by using this ticket rule. Very important. You will be getting questions around, have you used ticket in your application design? Yes, we have used. We wanted to jump from our auto vehicle details assignment to a later assignment, which was address information. In between, we had multiple approvals which we wanted to skip. If it was a new vehicle, we were able to achieve it by configuring a checkbox on the section and calling a activity post that flow action in the post processing, where we use the out of the box set activity and we pass the activity the ticket, and we're able to jump to the destination assignment where we wanted to be, where the ticket was configured. These two steps assignments were skipped. This is what I had for today for you guys. If you guys have any questions, I can answer them, or we can call it a day today.